What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the next episode of Hitman Contracts. We have now made it up to mission number 7, titled Traditions of the Trade. A remake of the Codename 47 mission with the same name. Obviously. Here we are. Oh, now it's flashback time.
Hello, 47. The Fuchs brothers are at it again. Franz Fuchs appears to be planning to detonate a chemical bomb at a UN conference in Budapest. He's staying at the Thermal Bath Hotel. He's registered as Björn Wolf. Our client wants Fuchs taken out as discreetly as possible and wants the bomb retrieved for analysis. Security is very tight, so discretion is the key. Once you've taken care of business, we'll send a car to pick you up.
So out of all the mission remakes in this game, this is the one that comes the absolute closest to being a near copy and paste of the original. But that's probably because this mission was one of the few in Codename 47 that was already a great mission to begin with, and still holds up reasonably well today, as does this remake. I honestly don't know which version I prefer. I guess it's just a matter of taste. To change things up a little bit, they changed it so that you come to the hotel late at night when everything except the bar is closed, as opposed to the original where everything from the pool to the restaurant was open to the public. It fits the game's dark tone a lot better. And our strategy is going to very closely mirror what we did originally. And there is a decent amount of variety that you can eliminate the other target, just like before. In fact, there's a slightly bigger variety than before, but our main target is still stationary in the shower, just like originally, so there's not much else we can do with him. I don't think I'll do an alternative strategy to this one, because I don't think I could do a strategy that's different enough. Regardless, let's get started. Immediately after starting, pick up the conference ID. You actually spawn with a suitcase with a sniper rifle, which we will not use, so drop it, and drop the silver ballers. As before, the hotel is swarming with metal detectors and extensive security.
Láthatnám az igazolványát, uram? ID card. Üdvözlöm, uram. Fáradjon be, kérem.
Let's check in.
Welcome to the Thermal Bath Hotel, Mr. Metzger. Please sign the register.
I see my friend Mr. Wolf is staying in room 202.
Oh, Mr. Wolf, he's a very pleasant gentleman. Here is your key, sir. You will need this key to charge room service, claim your meal, charge messages, manicures, pedicures, or pay for stuff. Enjoy your stay, sir.
Alright, now we'll go up and...
Olyan rohadtul unatkozó. Szívesen megnézném a tett helyét.
Out of all the remakes, since this one very closely resembles the original, you can almost just do it blindfolded, almost. See? Steal a master key from a bellboy. But they did change a few things, so that it is at least a little more different. Take a master key. The prime example is the location of 202, which is now here, instead of where we were.
I'd like to see Mr. Wolf.
You got an appointment?
We're old friends.
Aha. Then you won't have no trouble getting an appointment.
Alright, we'll go into 203, and that's another difference. You now have to go to the neighboring room on the left side instead of the right side. The other one is occupied, so do not go in there. If you run, you can trigger the guard to move early. And then we can jump across. Sometimes the guard wanders away from the table, which he's not supposed to do, so just be careful. But once he's in here looking at the table, we can get in and fiber wire him. I would say use the syringe, but unfortunately, we need it later. So we're gonna have to kill him. So now pick up Fuchs's key, Fritz's note, and Franz's envelope. So here are the letters we took, because you need to find letters to collect intel, just like the original version. You can pause if you want to read. Or, hopefully you can read, because the text in this game is really tiny, I know. But basically this says that the bomb is in the X-ray room, and that, or basically this says that our other target is imposing as the hotel dentist. And this says that the bomb is in the dentist X-ray room, which is on the top floor. So now we'll eliminate our main target in the shower. And you can fiber wire him since his back is against the door this time, unlike before, where we shot him. Do not forget this bomb case. Very important. So this is all gonna feel like deja vu if you're familiar with Traditions of the Trade in the original game. But just take note of differences, because there are plenty of key differences here, as I've already pointed out. So now we're gonna return to the reception to see if Fuchs has any more mail. Make sure you show him the room key to 202.
Care for your mail, sir. I just need to see your room key. 212.
You know what's weird?
Yes, yes.
We literally just checked in. He gave us the key to like 301, I think. And then we come down here with a different room key to get mail. Wouldn't he pick up on that? Regardless, let's take this new envelope. This tells us that the X-ray room is locked and our other target has the only key, basically. Otherwise, pause if you want to read. So, as before, we'll go to the pool for our other target. But this time it's after hours, so we gotta sneak in through the woman's dressing room. And fortunately there's not some ginormous fat woman guarding it. Little in-joke there. If you know, you know. But let's wait for the security guard to go by, because if your timing is synchronized with me, he's gonna be coming. So I believe this is the first time in the game where we actually have to pick a lock. Yeah, it doesn't happen quite as frequently as Hitman 2. Unfortunately, the map trick doesn't work anymore, but it's fine because there's not I can't think of any instance in the game where you're absolutely pressed for time while picking a lock. Can leave the suitcase there for safekeeping. We can get our syringe ready because there is a security guard in here. I'm guessing staff is allowed to use the pool after hours because our target is obviously in here. This security guard is a bit of a pain to get around, so I'm gonna opt to just take him out with our syringe. This is gonna make the ending a lot trickier, but it's better to take, but I don't think I've ever successfully gotten around this guard without taking him out. But then again, I don't remember the last time I tried. But I just say take him out with your syringe. The ending is going to be really hard without a syringe, now that we've gotten our one non-target kill of the mission, and we've used our syringe. But it is entirely possible, as you will see. So, you know what to do.
Ist ganz schön heiß hier drin. Oh.
Was ist hier los? Verdammte Scheiße. Verdammt nochmal, was ist hier los? Lass mich raus, lass mich raus, lass mich raus! Ich hab, verdammt nochmal, ich hab Herzprobleme, lass mich raus! Ich hab Klaustrophobie!
Oh Gott!
Take the X-ray room key. And do not forget that key. You're kind of screwed if you do. So now we'll head up to the dentist office on the 3rd floor. By going up this way. Here's some roof access for us. That'll sneak us in. This is really tough, but I'll show you what to do. If you run a little bit, you might be able to trigger the guard right there to move. But we want him to... I highly advise you to wait for him to move before you slip in. You do not want him to turn and notice you. But he's pretty easy to get around. This next guard, on the other hand, is not. So he should be here. When he moves, we're gonna move ourselves. You gotta synchronize your movements just right so that you don't get caught by him. And what makes this so much harder than it needs to be is that this is one instance in the game where head turning is really annoying in a situation like this. So we just want to be crouched down behind this pole thing. And as soon as he walks away, we will slip in and we'll pick up our bomb. Now, the safest way to do this is to just look through the keyhole and wait. This guard's movements are not gonna be the same every time. Sometimes he'll stand, he moves between 3 positions. Sometimes he'll stand there for like 5 hours. Other times he'll stand there for like a second or 2 and then move. The safest thing you can do is wait for him to come back here, and then the second he moves away from that position, his back will be towards this door, and then we can make our move. Don't even think about making a break for it. Even when his back is to this door, he will very likely hear you as you run. Okay, here he comes. So now he's just got to move. Yeah, trying to go out now is a bad idea, because he head turns a lot when he's here. And of course he's gonna take like 5 years. But the moment he moves, we want to we want to slowly sneak our way out of this room. know he looks frozen, but he's fine. Go. Just never ever run. Just keep going. Close the door. You can run to this door if you want. That's fine. Now this guard's head turning can absolutely destroy you. We just gotta hope for the best. Just wait for him to move again, and then go ahead and go for it. Stay as close to this wall as you can, and then slip out. Perfect. And unlike in the original, where the bomb is going to set off the metal detectors, in this version it doesn't. I'm guessing the bomb is perfectly hidden within the suitcase. I guess it's made out of some kind of reinforced material. So unless you're trying to escape with some guns, you don't have to worry about the metal detectors as you extract. Especially since there's no restaurant exit this time, since the restaurant is completely inaccessible in this version. But that's how you do it. That's a silent assassin for you. Not quite all zeros, but that's because we had no choice but to kill the bodyguard in the hotel room. If you're clever enough, you can absolutely do this with all zeros, but I opted to do the easier way instead of the riskier way. But then again, that ending was definitely a bit of a risk, because it was very tricky, but if you do it the way I do it, it should work every time. The only way it'll backfire is if you get really unlucky and one of those guards happens to head turn on you at the wrong time. But that's this mission for you. There are absolutely good alternatives to it, but I can't think of an entire strategy that's different enough to the point where it's really worth showing off. So in the meantime, I'll just leave this one like this, meaning that we will proceed to the next mission next time.